The difference between One UI 8.5 and One UI 9 doesn't seem like that much on the surface. Quick panel stuff is relatively the same, apps and services all remain the same, feature set pretty much the same. However, there are 5 hidden things that I think you don't know about yet, mainly because this isn't out yet, that I'm going to show you right now. Welcome back to SamMobile TV. You're here with Daniel. I'm going to show you 5 hidden secrets of One UI 9 over One UI 8.5 that might give you even more reason to be excited, in addition to our video we made earlier on in the week about this update. So, first thing I'm going to start with is some minor updates to some apps, visual refreshes, I guess you could say. The first one being My Files. So, with One UI 8.5 and pretty much every One UI version since One UI 7, Samsung have updated the My Files app to look different. With One UI 8.5, they went to this little round circle style menu along the top here, and then you've got some recent files and downloads with sort of shortcuts, and then everything else underneath. Well, they've changed it again for One UI 9. As you can see here, they've gone back to housing all of those toggles in here in a little card, and then down the bottom, they've removed the little downloads tags, I guess you could call them, and just stuck with recent files. And then they've broken down the storage and utilities into separate areas. So storage becomes one thing for internal storage, storage share, Google Drive, OneDrive, and network storage. Whereas over here, they had it as external storage and internal storage were separate. So they've just got storage under one card and then utilities under another. And here they had utilities first and then external storage separate to the internal storage. Say storage more. So they've updated that visually, I guess you could say, and a little bit practically as well. Everything else about it, though, from this point of view, looks and functions the same. The next thing they've kind of changed from a visual standpoint is modes and routines. Now, it looks pretty much the same here. What you'll notice that's going to be different is when you go into the Discover tab. Over here, it's now a list form as opposed to a card form. So the list form shows you how everything works. It gives you a little breakdown and gives you a little description of how everything functions. Over here, it's just the card. Still has useful on the go, but now it's just broken it down into cards as opposed to what it is over here, which is, well, it's very messy, it's very long. Here looks a bit cleaner, a bit more organized with One UI 9. That continuation and visual refresh extends into the Settings app. So if we go into Settings, what you're going to see, not so much here looks pretty much the same. It's when you dive into a menu. The most clearest example of a menu that's changed a lot that I can show you is Galaxy AI. As you can see, the Galaxy AI on One UI 8.5, everything is broken down with a description over what it does. It creates the list and makes it quite long and a little bit messy visually. Here, it's just the heading. There is no description underneath on the front here. If you want to find out what it does, you just click on it and then it breaks it down for you, as opposed to needing to read it here first and then go in and see what the expanded thing does. Samsung are banking on the fact that the heading is more of like a description anyway. And if you want to find out more, you go in and find out more. But it's not just in that looks like that. Samsung have sprinkled this out everywhere. Even. So if I go into connected devices, for example, if I go into advanced features, which are here and here, what you will see is that as you scroll down advanced features, things like Super HDR have the description of what it does. One UI 9, it's taken that description out from the main white box and put it underneath in smaller writing to clean up the aesthetic of the settings menu. And that's everywhere. That is literally in every single menu that you go into. So if we go into display as an example, same sort of thing, adaptive color tone, you can see it there. It's kind of just made things a little bit cleaner, a little bit neater to spot visually, as opposed to having text everywhere and have it be cluttered. It's further minimalizing their software compared to what they have started with One UI 7. Everything is becoming a little bit more minimal. And I like that visual change. In my deep dive of the settings, there's a new feature that I've spotted inside connected devices. And I haven't even activated it yet because I want to do it live here. Driving insights. So in the bottom here, where they've got things like Smart Things and Android Auto and Wearable, there's a new one here called Driving Insights. Now, I hope this hasn't just tricked me and it's just a region thing, because I checked my One UI 8.5 on my European model of my S25 Ultra. It's not there. So hopefully this is brand new. Hit driving insights. It takes you through the starting screen, automatic driving logs, driving habit insights, and weekly driving reports. Hit continue. It says it needs these permissions. I'll allow while using the app. Needs it all the time. Okay. And I could choose the vehicle to use with this driving insights. Hit continue, and then add in locations. So you've got to add in, obviously, when you're leaving home, leaving work, etc. So then the whole point is it's going to give you weekly driving reports, and driving insights will analyze your driving style and habits to help you drive more safely. You'll get your personalized report after you've recorded enough trips. There is some settings. You can obviously add vehicles, locations, auto start the trip when Bluetooth is connected. So the second your phone connects via Bluetooth to your car, it's going to start the trip. I actually think this is really good, especially if you're someone who needs driving logs. This will be really good to just see your distance, your time driving, and then also your style of driving too. Going too fast. Excited to test this out. That's One UI 9, Driving Insights. Another one that I've found is if I go into security and privacy, scroll down to the bottom here, there's a new section here under privacy for AI agent activity. Now, obviously, with more and more going on regarding AI and agentic AI, you might want to know your history about how you're using it. So if I hit AI agent activity, you can see some of the AI agent activity that's been utilized. So it says here, always on display, no access in the last 7 days. Bixby, no accesses in the last 7 days. So basically the whole point of this, it shows when apps are accessed using Android features for agents. So if an agent has accessed a specific feature, it's going to be in here and show you the list. That's new. Obviously, with a new focus on AI agents, this is a good place to go in and see which agents have accessed what on your phone. And the last one is accessibility. Right at the top of the list for accessibility, you have what's new in One UI 9. And in here is a list of things that Samsung have added in with One UI 9 and accessibility, which are brand new and obviously don't exist over here. Things like the ability to replace a swipe with a single tap, respond to alarms, alerts, and incoming calls by tapping instead of swiping. Not here in One UI 8.5. You've got the latest updates to talkback settings, which you can go and check out with One UI 9. You've got new features in talkback. And then you've got things like select to speak, where you can actually add in a select to speak shortcut. And again, that's not something that's here in One UI 8.5. So that's a whole list of things, and that's some hidden features within One UI 9 and One UI 8.5. You let me know if you're excited for any of those. Particularly for me, the driving insights one is something I'm looking forward to getting. And make sure you hit subscribe to SamMobile TV. Check out all the